Hey everybody, MorbTron here. Today I want to talk about Season 10 and Season 11. Now I know in the recent This Week at Bungie blog posts, they've been talking about how Season 12 and beyond, so Year 4, Year 5, and so on, are going to be so much better because they're getting rid of the bounty grind, they're going back to the Forsaken content model, so the content drops will be basically one less season throughout the year, but they'll give us bigger content releases because of that. And I gotta say, that's fine and dandy and all that, and I can't wait for September to come around for Year 4 to happen, but I am incredibly worried about Season 11. If it's anything like Season 10, it will be an insane disappointment. Now, Season 10 for me, like a lot of people, I'm assuming, was far worse than any other Destiny 1 or Destiny 2 content release to date. And I'm even talking Curse of Osiris. Personally, I didn't hate Curse of Osiris. I haven't really hated any Destiny 2 expansion, but this season, Season 10, is probably the most disappointed I have ever been in Bungie's content. All of it seems very dry, very phoned in. There's a lot of FOMO, or fear of missing out, as Luke Smith likes to call it, in order for us to, do these little activities that they have for us. The footage you're watching right now is of, the public event, since we have to do 9 million completions in less than a month in order to get this next quest step unlocked, which is ridiculous, and I'm assuming is going to fail, and Bungie is going to have to reduce the amount of those we're going to have to do, or maybe just auto-complete it, is what I would do, because this event, this quest step, when I logged in yesterday and I saw, oh, Anna Bray has a new quest for us to do, along with, the Season 10 storyline. I was excited. I was hyped for it. I was ready to, go onto the Almighty and try to blow it up, or finally see Rasputin actually do something, rather than just sit here and wait for us to do everything for him. But there wasn't even any amount of story. There was no visiting the Almighty. There was nothing but, hey, go do 9 million public event completions. So my last hope for this season was after Guardian Games, us getting some story. And things might have been data mined. I don't pay attention to data mines at all. I just wait to see what actually comes out. But I was incredibly disappointed yesterday when I picked up this quest and it said, hey, go do 9 million public event completions. That's, of course, 3 million on the moon, 3 million in the EDZ, and 3 million on IO. Ridiculous. But that's not all that's, disappointing with this season. Guardian Games as well, with the heir apparent exotic machine gun. Now, the machine gun itself is very fun to play with. I'm using it here in this footage right now. It's a fun machine gun to use. I haven't really done any testing. This footage here is actually the first time I used it, because when I got the machine gun, I did the absolute bare minimum I had to do to get my hands on this thing, and then just stopped playing Guardian Games. Guardian Games was basically just a bounty grind, as we all know, but they locked this exotic machine gun behind it and used the fear of missing out, or FOMO, as Luke Smith likes to call it, in order for people to actually be forced to play it and artificially inflate the amount of interest that people had in the event. You had to have 7 triumphs completed for the event in order to get the machine gun, and 7 was out of 11. So you did most of the stuff for the Guardian Games event in order to get this machine gun. Using FOMO, or the fear of missing out on, a weapon or story, in order for Bungie to artificially inflate the numbers is pretty scummy, I gotta say. And granted, this season so far, year 3, Shadowkeep, has been okay. Season 9 and prior was all good. I enjoyed it. I really wish that we gotten more in the lines of PvE content. If you look back at basically any Destiny 1 or Destiny 2 year, we've gotten way more than one raid. And we've gotten one raid, and that was at the very beginning. And although that raid was pretty good, it was incredibly buggy. And still is buggy at times, but they've managed to fix most of them at this time. So what is it that's exactly causing these issues? You know, at the beginning of developing Shadowkeep and all of Year 3, you know, Bungie split off from Activision. They had no more help from any of the studios that were helping make Destiny 2. Like, most of the Forsaken content releases were actually made by other studios at Activision, and not actually Bungie studios themselves. Of course, they had final say and everything, but all of the world building, stuff like that, that was done by other studios. So is it just the fact that they just don't have the manpower in order to, you know, get the stuff done and give us, you know, the content promised? Possibly. And hopefully going forward, they'll be able to fix that. Maybe they hired more people, that sort of thing. But Season 11 really scares me. You know, they've already said that Year 4 and beyond is going to be better, going back to their Forsaken content model, which gives them more time to develop content before it has to get released. But Season 11, next season, starts in less than a month. Really kind of scares me. I really hope it's not more of Season 10, because Season 10 has been bad. It's been bad, and there's a lot more to fix from Season 10 that was introduced in Season 10 that is actually good from Season 10. Everything that's going to be sticking going forward into Season 11, we have Trials, basically, that's it from Season 10. Maybe the bunkers will stick around, you never know, but I'm kind of hoping they don't, because the bunkers themselves were incredibly lackluster and boring, and so were all of the weapons provided by the bunkers. So that's kind of where I sit. I've been incredibly burnt out and disappointed by this this season's content. You know, the PvP stuff, reintroducing Trials. You know, there's already been 1.5 million videos made on how Trials is disappointing, so I don't really think I need to cover that. But, you know, thankfully, you know, they're introducing some harsher anti-cheat, that sort of thing on PC, because honestly, I haven't touched it since about the 3rd or 4th week. But that's enough about Trials. Season 11, we have 0 information on it so far. Like I said, there might be some data mines, there might be some leaked information out there that may or not be correct, but I don't really pay attention to those, because sometimes they are wrong, and I don't like getting my hopes up for stuff that might be wrong. So that is why I'm incredibly worried about Season 11. We've had 0 information on it so far. Hopefully we'll get some more information on it maybe tomorrow or within the next couple weeks for sure. But man, if it is more of Season 10, more of this half-baked, phoned-in content where it's just another bounty grind with some sort of community event at the end to try to scare us into, you know, rallying together and doing some menial task 1 million times over, or 9 million times over, it's going to be rough for Destiny's population base. You know, thankfully on PC, it's on Steam now, and they have a much larger audience to grasp at with their free-to-play model. But I think that's basically the only thing that's keeping Destiny 2's numbers up at this point. People like me, or you, or people that have invested a lot of time in the Destiny franchise are very burnt out with the bounty grind and the lackluster content that this season has provided. So it'd be nice, you know, it's nice to know that going into next year and the years beyond, that they're going to be sticking with more of a Forsaken style content model where they can release bigger things and give us stuff that they should have gotten us back with the beginning of Shadowkeep, like a vendor refresh. But we'll have to wait and see what happens with Season 11. I really, really want more info on Season 11. And I know this video has kind of seemed like a rant or a complaint. Maybe because it is. You know, I haven't really played this game much at all this season. My playtime has plummeted. And the reason is there's just no content that's actually worth playing. Yeah, which sucks. It really does. I just want more Destiny 2. I want more Destiny 2, and I want more of the Forsaken style, which is coming. We know that that's coming, but that's in September, and we have a whole nother season to go, which I'm assuming is going to have the same seasonal model, because why would they change it up in the last season of a year? So hopefully the content itself that they release is good. Hopefully whatever seasonal activity they throw at us this next time is replayable enough to not hate it. And hopefully there isn't some community event at the end using the fear of missing out in order to artificially inflate their numbers. But let me know what you think in the comment section down below of all of this. You know, what has your playtime been like in Season 10, especially after about the midpoint of the season? Because for me, it's almost nothing compared to what I used to do. So that is going to be it for this video. I'm sorry, it's more of a rant, but I wanted to get my opinion out there, I guess. And I haven't made a video other than a weekly reset video in a long time because of it. So, if you want to show your support for the channel, hit the like button for me. I'd greatly appreciate it. If you're new here, subscribe for more Destiny 2 stuff. But do not forget to have a good day, everybody, and I will catch you all next time.